with the bracket releasing and now just 4 days to fill out your bracket until Thursday when the games begin, today I am going to be going over in this video the South region and give my thoughts and how I think that it will play out. So starting out here in the top half of the South region, I really do like Auburn here in this one. I think that this year we have seen two one seeds go down before, and this year I think that all four of the one seeds are very, very strong. And I think that all four one seeds will get out of here. Houston, out of all four teams, is probably the one team that it should be worried, but I do think that Auburn is by far better than any 16 seed that they are going to play. And then but I think that the way that Creighton plays kind of sets up Louisville for a little bit better of success. They aren't great perimeterly defensively, and I think that's where Louisville is kind of going to catch them. But I do think that these 8-9 matchups are going to go either way. I am going to take Louisville in this one based off of the way that they are going to be able to, I think, shoot the three against Creighton. I think that gives them a little bit of an advantage. Now, they do lack the size, and Creighton with Ryan Kalkbrenner is going to kind of play a little bit better than what a lot of these teams would really kind of like to see. But I am going to give the edge to Louisville here. And then the Michigan UC San Diego game, I think we all know what's going to happen here. UC San Diego is going to, in my opinion, take this one. Michigan turns it over too much for what they want to do, and UC San Diego is going to force those turnovers. The only problem for UC San Diego is going to be the size of Vlad Gordon and Danny Wolf, both being 7 feet tall. I think that's going to kind of give UC San Diego a little bit of problem, but I think that UC San Diego is definitely set up to kind of control this game the way that they want to, based off of how they want to play defense. And then in this Texas A&M and Yale game, I think that this game, like the other two, could go either way. Yale is going to go out there and kind of be a little bit better offensively than what Texas A&M is, but Texas A&M, I think, is going to slow down what Yale wants to do offensively, and that's going to give Yale fits. I don't like fast-paced teams against slow-paced teams because of the way that they're going to slow them down. And Texas A&M, a team that's still going to be able to keep up with them offensively while slowing them down, Texas A&M definitely has a little bit of a competitive advantage here. They're both kind of a well-rebounding team, but Texas A&M is just going to get those second-chance points that Yale is not going to, and I think that is what's going to kind of give Texas A&M that advantage. And then for Auburn and Louisville, I think that Auburn is going to defend the three extremely well against Louisville and is going to give Louisville a lot of fits with their guards, and they just aren't going to have somebody to stop Johni Broome, and I like Auburn in this one. And then for UC San Diego and Texas A&M, rebounding is going to come back to haunt UC San Diego a little bit in this one. Texas A&M does not turn the ball over a ton, and UC San Diego loves to force turnovers, and if you face a team that doesn't turn the ball over, that gives you no advantage in that game. So I think that Texas A&M is well set up in this one based off of just strictly off not turning the ball over and rebounding it. I think that Texas A&M is going to beat UC San Diego here, but I love UC San Diego as a team, and I think that they could wind up pulling off this upset. And then we've seen it multiple times this year. Auburn has run through the SEC. Texas A&M being the fifth best team in that conference. I think that Texas A&M doesn't end up playing as well as some of these teams would see them. Some of these people would see them doing in this game, and I will end up taking Auburn to make it to the Elite Eight. And then on the bottom side of this South region, Ole Miss, they're a great team, but I think a bubble team, a first four team, is going to win at least one game every single year. They have done it in the past, and I think that Ole Miss is going to be the team to kind of crumble here. Illinois is definitely a potential team to do that as well, but I think that San Diego State and UNC are much better than what Texas and Xavier are in terms of their competition. I think that San Diego State or UNC is going to be able to beat Ole Miss in this game. And then Iowa State and Lipscomb, It's a 3-14 matchup. I don't really love 14 seeds in this matchup. We saw it last year with Oakland. Only two or three 14 seeds have beaten 3 seeds in the last 7 years. So I think that Iowa State definitely has an advantage here seed-wise, based being a 3 seed. So I am going to go with Iowa State, and they just are kind of just a much better team than what Lipscomb is. And then down here in this Marquette and New Mexico game, this game could go either way. They're both great offensively. Now Marquette is a little bit better defensively, but I think what it's going to come down to is New Mexico is going to kind of force Marquette into some turnovers, and that is going to help New Mexico beat Marquette. And then it's kind of the same thing with Iowa State and Lipscomb here with Michigan State and Bryant. It's a 2 seed against a 15 seed. Bryant is a good team, but I just don't think that they are on the level to compete against Michigan State, who has played well all year long, especially in this last stretch. And they shouldn't have lost to that game against Wisconsin in the Big Ten tournament. So I think that Michigan State is a very, very good team here. Now, San Diego State and North Carolina, I think that against Iowa State, both these teams match up very, very well. San Diego State is going to slow down Iowa State, and North Carolina is going to be able to keep up with them. North Carolina has played well as of late. They don't have the quality wins against these tournament teams. So if North Carolina ends up making it, I can see Iowa State winning this game. But if San Diego State winds up winning, who I think is going to, I think that they have the ability to beat Iowa State. They have they made it to the Final Four, even the championship game. So I think that San Diego State does pull off the 11-3 upset over Iowa State, and we're going to see an 11 seed in the Sweet 16, and I think that San Diego State is definitely built to be that team, and even North Carolina is as well. And then this 10-2 matchup between New Mexico and Michigan State, I think that New Mexico is a very, very good team. Now, if New Mexico is to beat Michigan State, I think it's going to come down to their 3-point shooting and the way that Michigan State is not able to shoot the 3. Because of that, I think that New Mexico has a legit shot, but I am going to go with Michigan State in this one because of their ability to win those big games and to beat kind of common opponents between the two. And then my prediction is San Diego State against Michigan State. I love this matchup for both. I think that they both have that defensive edge, and I think that this game is going to be kind of low scoring, but Michigan State's offense is going to give San Diego State a little bit more of a fit than what San Diego State's offense is going to give Michigan State. So I am going to go with Michigan State. And then here with this Auburn-Michigan State matchup, I don't love Auburn as a team, and if it wasn't the fact that they would have had to have played Louisville and even Texas A&M, I think that they would have gotten beat earlier, and so I am going to go with Michigan State in this one just based off of the fact that I don't think Auburn is really built for this with the way that they've been playing recently. So my Final Four pick out of the South region is going to be Michigan State. I could see this one going really only 2 ways, but I can see if there is going to be a region without a 1 or 2, it is probably a very, very good spot that it won't be this one. I really do think that it is going to be either a 1 or 2 seed, and I do have Michigan State getting out of this South region. So that is my outlook on the South region. I do have Michigan State coming out of that region, but I do think that Auburn obviously still has a legit shot at winning this region. Thanks for watching.